episode number 5. Now let's touch on a religious taboo. And maybe episode number 6 will do the same thing. In the Word, it says this, that the king had his servants bring a person to him. Mark's reference to it. And this person owed the king a lot of money. And he begged the king to forgive his debt, and he'll let it this and that, whatever. And finally the king said, fine, I forgive you your debt, now go. But as he's going, he finds a person that owes him money, and he beats them and scolds him and does everything and says, you got to pay me everything. And word got back to the king how this servant had mistreated his servant. And he called them back to himself, and he said, you must repay, and he was thrown in jail. Let's touch this taboo. You know what happens with religious people? They always put demands on you they can't fulfill themselves. They always demand, you got to forgive me. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. No, you don't have to do anything. But I'll tell you something you have to do. Forgiveness is absolutely not an option. I'll tell you about my life, and might shock you, some of you, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. My mother was a wicked lady. Unfortunately for our family, she was an evil lady. And when my sister asked my dad why he stayed with this lady, she was shocked by his answer so quick to her. And this is what he said. Deeds, if I would have left you guys, your mother would have killed yous all. Whoa, just think about that. My dad that raised me stayed around, so that lady wouldn't hurt me. But she did hurt me. She beat us up with baseball bats. She beat us up with brooms. Unmarkable things that she did to us. So when people say, oh, I had a rough life, I really can't forgive my mother and father, it's not an option. You need to be free. I'm free when I forgave her. Her choices and her actions has nothing to do with mine. But forgiveness, it's not an option. But demanding somebody to forgive you, that's a big taboo. Religious people like doing that. They always expect something from you that they can't do themselves. In all honesty, religion kills. The word given to you by law is death. The Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of sin and death. But it's also made me free from religious people and their expectations and desires. So I say this, I forgave my mother, but did I need to spend time with her? Absolutely not. In that toxic environment, and I freely forgave her, I did not have to spend time in that setting. That's the difference. Many have accused many of things. But when you really look at their life, what are they telling you? You don't meet up to my standards. And since when is your life up to somebody else's standards? That's religion, expectation. But in Christ, my bubble, it's my duty to ask God to help me, period. To become a better person. Absolutely. To unwangle all the past abuse that I've gone through and set me free. But it all began with automatic forgiveness. It's never an issue. It's always given. But do I have to spend time with such people? Absolutely not. Why? Because you're free. You are set free. And many people, and they say, well, this, that, whatever. It's just a personal excuse. We carry no excuses. The person that you forgive, you set yourself free. And at times, even when forgiveness is given to somebody, they feel something. Why? Because they don't know what's going on. They don't know why you're upset with them. Or let's put it this way, in a different vocabulary, a different vision, or a different light of it. What if somebody's falsely accusing you of something you've never done? Is it your problem? No. Why would you give attention to that? Your purpose in Christ is to fulfill what God called you to do to the best of your ability. And last I remember, Moses, David, all the people in the Bible, they had big blurs on their life. Were they perfect? Far from it. But one thing they desired is that they would seek and know the Lord. So it's all a hunger issue. Religion has crept up in many people's lives. Their expectations are far off the wall. Or some of them have imagined things happening to them that doesn't even exist. And therefore, they rip themselves off. Because life is all about relationships, friendships, family. But what do you do when you come out of a wicked environment? You forgive 100%. But you don't need to spend time with these people, and you don't need to make excuses for them. You set yourself free. Mark's tab, this is my life, my comment, and religious people, they absolutely hate it because they want to use it to manipulate you, control you, and bully you in what they need and want you to do, but they can't do it themselves. Trust me, they can't do it themselves. Be blessed. This is Mark. That's the taboo of religion. We touched it a bit. We touched the taboo of tithing, and we'll touch other taboos and get deeper and deeper in it. But first of all, I had to open up and share with you, forgiveness is not an option. I forgive. Always. 100%. But do you need to spend time with these people? 100% no. Relationship is a two-way deal. And if it's only a one-way, you know what? Time to self-evaluate. Is this beneficiary for me? No. Do I forgive? Absolutely. Be blessed. Thank you very much.